Good evening, everyone. Man, we are back for another episode, and I'm your host, Landa Jeray Morgan, and I'm here with my beautiful wife.
Hello, I'm Rotunda Morgan.
And you are tuned into a brand new episode of
Living
More
More
with
with
the
the
Morgans.
Morgans.
And you guys, it feels good. It feels good to be back again, because it's been a while, you guys.
Yes.
We haven't been on since May of last month, and we've entered into a new month, the month of June, the 6th month of the year, you guys. And I believe that some great things are going to be popping off this month and for the rest of the year for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And of course, always what we do about this time is we want to check in just to make sure that you guys hear us loud and clear over the broadcast, wherever you're watching this at right now. And we're on several different social media platforms. You're tuned in to us right now on our Facebook page, the official Facebook page for Living More with the Morgans podcast. And you can find us at facebook.com/Living More Morgans. If you're on Twitter Periscope, and that's your thing, you can find us on Twitter. Be sure to follow us and connect with us on Twitter as well at twitter.com/Live More Morgans. And then you can also find us live right now for all our people who are on our official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Living More Morgans. And for everyone that's on YouTube, shout out to you guys that are tuned in with us right now on YouTube. We can't see you right now because we don't have another screen, but when we do get the other screen, we'll definitely be able to respond to your comments to everyone that's on YouTube. And then also, we're not being viewed right now on our TikTok, but we are on TikTok, and you can find Living More with the Morgans on TikTok, our official page at tiktok.com/Living More Morgans. And then you can also connect with us, follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Living More Morgans. And so you guys, we're all over social media. And so you ain't got no excuse,
No
fam.
excuse.
No excuse, you
None.
guys. And so if you're on social media, definitely hit us up. Let us know what you think about the show.
Yes.
Let us know what you want to talk about. If there's some topics that you have on your heart that you just, hey, I want to get into this. I want to talk about this. I want to dialogue with this. Hit us up. Hit us up in our comments, in our DMs. Hit us up on the posts, and let us know what it is that you like to hear from Living More with the Morgans. And just give us some ideas, some show topics. We're always open to just to see what the people want to hear. And the thing about Living More with the Morgans, y'all, this is a clean content program, right? Podcast.
Right.
This ain't no profanity, ain't no loose talking, ain't none of that. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna do all of that, but we can do it with clean language, no vulgarity, no cussing, no fussing. We ain't got to do none of that.
Nah.
That ratchet stuff, you guys. We can be civilized. We can be cool. We can have swag. We can do what it is that we do without all that nonsense that everybody else seems to be wanting to do nowadays. And so, you guys, we're going to keep it clean so it is safe for all ears, all perspectives, all viewpoints, all people, all backgrounds, all colors, all races, all creeds. That's what we do right here on Living More with the Morgans. And so, babe, you looking good tonight. Just want to shout out my wife, because y'all, it's been a minute since we've been on, and I miss doing this with you.
Me too.
I miss, this is our time. This is like one of our times together. This is, this is kind of like a therapeutic for both of us. Really, even though it's a production, and even though, we're sharing this moment publicly with other people, it's still something that we do as a ministry to one another. Right? And that's therapeutic for one another. And so it's good to be with you tonight. And we're going to get into a nice, good conversation tonight, you guys. But if you're tuned in to us, again, we want to make sure that you can hear us loud and clear over all of the airways, over all of the social media platforms. So let us know. Hit us up in the comments and let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. And if you can't, feel free to let us know, and we'll go ahead and try to fix that while we can. Why? Because we want to do it in excellence, fam. Everything that we do, we want to do it in excellence. We want to do it with exceptionalism. Why? Because we about that life, right? And so everything that we put our hands to, we should want to do it in the utmost of excellence, right? And so we want to know, can you hear us? Can you see us loud and clear? And if everything is coming through on your end. And so, again, I just want to check in, see if we've got any comments. If anybody is on, let us know that you're on, because this is an interactive show. Straight up. We want to hear from you. We want to
We
hear your
do.
comments.
Yes.
We want to see your likes. We want to see your hearts. We want to see you laughing on here.
Yes.
Why? Because we want to interact. We want to engage.
Yes.
Mother Carolyn Myers, she says, hi, I love seeing your faces. She is in the building with us, and
Thank
she
you,
hears us
Mother.
loud and clear. Mother Myers, thank you so much for tuning in. Mother Myers be on it, boy.
She be on it.
Mother Myers be on it, man.
Thank you, Mother. We miss you.
Mother Myers, we want to be like you when we grow up.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning in. My girl Jolene is watching, but she ain't saying nothing. So Jolene, where you at? Jolene, go ahead and comment. Let us know that you can
Don't
hear
be
us
the
live.
window watcher.
Yeah, don't be the window watcher. I know we got some people
Come
that be on
on
the
in.
outskirts. They don't be coming in and checking in. And so you
Yeah.
guys let us know that you can hear us. We also, I see our girl Tamika Green Long.
Our
She is in the
sister.
building and she is watching.
Yes.
So you guys,
Hello.
those that are watching, feel free to share it on your wall.
Please share.
If you dig this program, if you've watched us before, or if this is your first time watching us, please feel free to share it on your wall with your followers, with your
Yes.
friends, with married folk, with single folk, with broke
Yes.
folk, with rich folk, everybody. Share it with every folk that you know. Why? Because like I said, it's some clean content. It's good. It's good for the soul. We're going to get into some good conversation. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to trip out. We're going to do all of that. But ultimately, we hope that you leave with something.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
hope that you leave encouraged. We hope that you leave powered. And we hope that you leave wanting to live more. That's what it's all about, living more with the Morgans. And so Tamika says she is on, fam. Blessings to you, Tamika. Shout out to my man Russell Long and the
Yes,
kiddos.
and the kiddos.
Love you guys. I ain't seen y'all in a minute, man. We miss y'all too. And so good hearing from you guys,
Yeah.
and would love to hear you guys chime in throughout the broadcast. And again, share this on your walls, share it with your people. Don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed, don't be scared. Go ahead and share it with your peoples.
Yes.
We got my girl Angel Ahuma is in the building
Who?
as well. Angel Ahuma is in the
You say
Angel Ahuma is in I hope I said that last name correctly. Angel is in the building and she
Oh,
is
wow.
watching right now. She
That's
ain't said nothing,
awesome.
so she creeping. She ain't said nothing, so she creeping around the corner. But Angel, if you're here, thank you again so much for
Thank
tuning in. I hope my
you.
man Kevin is doing good.
Yes,
You guys, this
and
is
your
what we love.
mother.
Yeah, absolutely. And your mom is getting better and everything, and
Yes.
she's doing good. And so, you guys, we've been away for a while, and you know, on our last show back in May, we did do a show in May, and we kind of gave some updates on what was going on. We won't go through that as much tonight because we got some new stuff that we want to talk about, you guys. We want to get into it, but things are getting better. Let me say it that way, for real. And I'm not just saying that. We're not just saying that. Things are getting better. You know how people do, you know, church folk, they try to, well, y'all been praying for us and things get, no. Your prayers have been heard, they've been felt, and things are getting better with Rose's mom, with the family. Things are getting better. Things are progressing. We got a call today from the nurse. My wife got a call today from the nurse, and the nurse was blown away.
Yes, she was.
Am I correct in this?
Absolutely. And just to go back just a minute, I know we did tell everyone, you know, my mom, we didn't know what was actually happening with my mother, but it took 3 hospitals, 3, to tell us that my mother had a stroke. So this was, gosh, it threw us for a loop, of course. Everyone that has been praying for my mother at this point, you know, like you said, we feel it, and for us, because for my brother, he's the youngest, he's the baby. It's been very difficult for him. It's been very difficult for our daughter, and for my dad, and for us as well. So my mother, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm not gonna go overly religious, but I'm gonna say that God is real. He is.
Sure enough.
My mother did not, usually when people have a stroke, their speech is still slurred. My mother never had that.
Nope.
She never had that. The left side, yes, she had the stroke on the right, but it affected the left side.
Right.
But she's moving her arms now. She is in the bed. She's bedridden at the moment.
At the moment.
but she's moving her arms. She's talking more.
She's wiggling them
and
toes.
she's wiggling her toes, her fingers, all of that. So I don't care. And we can even say this. The doctors even told us to give up.
Right.
The doctor said, your mother.
The doctors were saying to prepare for the worst, or prepare for her to transition.
Yes, yes.
And y'all, we wasn't hearing none of that. Like we heard it, but we didn't take that in. That's not the report that we believe, first of all. No. And we know, we know people can't live forever, but we do know this. I've seen too many, if you read your Bible, there's too many passages in scripture where it talks about people living a long and full life.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so what we have been doing is we have been receiving that report and that word from scripture to apply it to our lives and to the lives of our loved ones and to the lives of her and to her mom.
Yes.
And so the people that have been praying, the friends, the family, I mean, it's been people all over the world, back in Africa. I mean, everywhere that have been praying for my wife and I, and for my mother-in-law and your mom, and it has been amazing. Yes. And has it been easy? No.
No.
It hasn't.
Still isn't.
It still isn't easy.
Yes.
But the thing of it is that we have a hope.
Yes.
And I want to say this. I want to cut into this real quick, you guys. I'm not going to make this a religious, just overtly religious. But I want to say this. Life is already hard. But if you ain't got God, if you don't have the love of God, the love of Christ Jesus, my dude, life going to be even tougher, like 100 times tougher.
It is.
Because it's already tough with him. But there's a hope that we have. It's inexplainable. It is. It's really inexplainable, you guys.
You can't explain it.
No. And so
that's just, the spirit speaks, and you can hear it. We hear it.
Yeah,
and also to those who not only have been praying to our spiritual parents, to the Kekawas, and to Roberta Pennington, all of the people, and then those who have sold into me, saying, "Hey, you're going back and forth. I know it's a lot of money, and it is. It's a lot going back and forth, burning gas, staying in hotels for weeks at a time. It was, and to all of those who have sold monetarily into us, into me, and to help me to be there for my parents and to be there for my family, I want to say I am grateful for you.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for all of those who have been praying, who've called, who said, Ro, I'm here. You need me, I'm here. Right. I just want to say again, we won't continue to go into it, but my mother even want to tell everyone that was praying, thank you for praying. Yes. Thank you for believing with us. Thank you for interceding for our family, for the McDowell and the Morgan family. We are absolutely grateful for you, and we love you so much.
Absolutely, guys. We love you guys, and thank you again for praying. You guys have been keeping us lifted, and like I said, man, we feel it.
We feel it.
There's been challenges. We need it. Yeah, there's been challenges here and there, but again, you guys praying, like my wife said, sowing, giving. We have just this stuff coming out of nowhere. We didn't expect stuff to come from people, and it was coming.
Yes.
And so you guys, we appreciate you so much. It's good to be back on air with Living More with the Morgans with you guys. And I saw some people come in. Our girl Ashley Parker, she is in the building. Ashley didn't say nothing, though, but if she's watching, Ashley, shout out to you, and it's good to see you on the broadcast. My girl Portia Angel, she is in the building all the way from Georgia, I believe, and Portia is on with us tonight.
Thank you so
shout
much.
Out to Portia. She's been repping some lingerie and stuff too, and so we totally appreciate Portia. But this is gonna be a good one for Portia and all the artists and all the creative and all the weird people who are with the straight-laced corporate go by the rule book people.
That should have been
and
flipped.
That would be you, honey.
That should have been flipped.
That would be so much like you.
This was called creative chaos.
Chaos.
We're in the chaos with the creatives.
Absolutely. And so tonight's episode again, my wife gave it away before we could get on it.
Sorry.
Tonight's episode is called Creative Chaos, you guys.
Yes.
And the thing about creative chaos that we want to get into is that my wife, she really came up with this show topic, and I thought it was awesome. I had to give her props on this one, Poppy Collar Baby, because she had this idea about how difficult it is to.
Y'all see my eyes?
Yeah, it's difficult for me too, but y'all can't see my eyes.
Yeah, whatever.
No, but how it's difficult being with a creative or a person who maybe have an entrepreneurial mind, somebody who's a dreamer, somebody who's an analytical thinker or a creative doer, right? And so that's what she was coming up with that idea, and I said that's the perfect show. And she came up even with the name Creative Chaos, because when you're married and when you're in relationships, it can definitely be some chaos if you don't have communication.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And what do I mean by communication is if you don't understand the expectations and the roles that are being played in the relationship, if you don't understand the mind and the nuances of a creative person, that can cause a lot of chaos.
That's right.
And it can cause a lot of frustration and chaos in the relationship because, for lack of a better word, we creatives, we think differently, right? We move differently.
Yes.
We move to the beat of our own drum.
Yes.
We think outside the box in ways that may be uncomfortable for the person who doesn't necessarily think that way.
That's right.
And so what's the antithesis, if you will, of the creative? What's the opposite of the creative? It may be the person who's more into the 9-to-5 job, very strict, very on time, very scheduled, very organized type of person. Mm-hmm. And I know, being a creative, that we a lot of times we're loosey-goosey because creativity comes at us in spurts. Mm-hmm. Creativity doesn't come to us in an organized manner. It comes to us at the spur of the moment, an inspiration. It can come to us at 2:00 in the morning. It can come to us at 5:00 in the afternoon. It can come to us, sitting down eating a bowl of soup at a restaurant, and the next thing you know, boom, this creative idea comes, or this invention, or this idea comes. And so I wanted to talk about this because, as a creative, and as my wife is more corporate, straight laced. She's got a degree. I don't have a degree. She went to school. She went to higher levels of education. I got a high school diploma, and I went out here to pursue, creative arts and performing arts and different things.
And I'm an athlete.
And my wife's an athlete as well. So, and athletes are very structured, right? And they're structured because of the coaching and the training regimen that they've been on since they were kids, right? And so, and then also athletes understand uniformity. They understand being in uniform and being in unison, if you will, with other athletes, playing on the team together, playing in cohesiveness with one another. Artists, we're loosey-goosey, right? Artists, we'll go off on here and be on our own and be on ourselves, or entrepreneurs. We're over here thinking about other stuff without necessarily having that formal team, that structure.
Yeah, that's
right.
Good.
And so we're not as structured as creatives as, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna call you guys corporates.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
So we as creatives are a little bit more. We have loose ends more so than our corporate folks, and so in our relationships we have to make sure that, and especially if you're single or you're dating, going in, that you have an understanding of that. If you have an understanding that if you're about to be married to a dreamer.
Yes.
I remember when we were dating, and great friend of the family, and a great man of God, Bishop Roosevelt Shields, of True Vine Baptist Church, True Vine Gospel Church, in Ovilla, Texas at the time. He said to us, and I think he said it to you, he said, he's not going to be a 9-to-5 guy.
Yes.
Before we got married, he's not going to be a 9-to-5. He's not, and it's not that I had anything against a 9-to-5 job or working, because I did that. I did 9-to-5 jobs. I did work. I worked in corporate America. I made good money in corporate America. But my heart and the things that what Bishop was saying is, he knew that as a creative, that wasn't going to be the thing that kept me fulfilled. And the thing that would keep me fulfilled as a creative would be creating, would be making things happen, would be building. He also told you I wasn't going to be that couch potato.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't watch TV. If we watch TV, we probably watch TV together.
Right.
This thing ain't never on until it's time to broadcast,
Right.
right? Or we watching a YouTube documentary or something,
That's
right?
right.
So I don't watch TV,
Neither of us,
and my wife doesn't either. But again, I came as a creative. I'm more of the spur of the moment, inspiration type thing. My wife, very structured. What are your thoughts on that, honey?
Well, that's true. And there's something, one thing that you said going back is that creatives are different. You know, I'm more structured. He is not. I mean, my husband, like you were saying, he could get inspiration at 2 or 3 in the morning. He'll get up out the bed, and he might be in the office or, you know, on the couch or something with some creating something or thinking of something and writing something down. And so there's a lot to unpack in that as well. But when you're dating, when we were dating, I remember being told that he wasn't a 9-to-5 guy, even though he did work a 9-to-5 job at times. But I knew that would not be something that would hold him and keep him keep him interested. Right. You know, he needed to create. My husband is again a creative in all sense of the word. He is a producer. He's a musician. You know, he can draw. He's animated as well. He, you know, again, he's a web developer and graphic designer. There's so many things to unpack, and he's extremely multi-talented. He is definitely, I would say, the Einstein of our generation, which is the truth, because you do, and when I say that, it's because we have to understand these gifts that God has given us are gifts that he wants to make room for us, so that we can give it to the world and we can impact other people's lives. So that's a lot. It's heavy. Yeah. You know, it's heavy for a creative. It's heavy for them because they're always, you know, questioning their work. They need to be told that they're, you know, they're doing a great job. They need to be inspired. You know, I know people used to ask me a lot, you guys travel so much. You always traveling. Well, you have to understand as a creative that my husband is, he gets inspiration from going to different places in the world and meeting different people. He get inspiration from that. So when you're dating, if anyone is dating a creative right now, make sure, like you said earlier, make sure that you communicate. Make sure you get an understanding of the mindset of a creative. Ask questions, right? You know, so that you can get an understanding, so that when you do come together, if you're not a creative, you will know how to be able to handle any situation that comes.
I just wanted to shout out to people that are watching online. Our sister Sheila Turner is in the building with us. Thank you so much, Sister Turner. Elder David Turner are watching, and so I know hopefully this will be some help for the Turners, because my man Elder Turner, he's definitely a creative. He's a musician, and so hopefully. You know, now they got 33 years of marriage, so I know they can tell us some things, definitely. But thank you so much for you guys for tuning in. My man Marcus Johnson, all the way in H-Town, is watching. Man, Marcus, I ain't seen you in a minute, man, and you got on your Prince shirt and your profile picture, man. But it's good to see you. And shout out to you and your wife as well. Marcus is also a creative, a singer, musician. And so he understands. I've known Marcus about a good 20 some odd years now. That's awesome. So he totally understands definitely where we're coming from. And then we got our very own spiritual parents. They are in the building right now, coming fresh off of their conference call. Beverly and Apostle Sean Anike are in the building. And so thank you guys so much for coming in, you guys. And so we're going to have a good one tonight.
Thank you.
And so I just wanted to expand on what you were saying, honey, because it's you know, and this isn't just for creatives. Like, if you are the kind of person who is a entrepreneur, right? Because you can be with someone who is a visionary, who is a thinker, who's a dreamer. And that's what an entrepreneur is.
Right, and I'm an entrepreneur.
And you are.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is someone who has that kind of mindset may not be one who is cool with having a 9-to-5 job.
That's right.
And that person may not even start out as structured yet.
That's right.
Right?
That's
Because
right.
before I transitioned into an entrepreneur, I was a creative. So I'm still having to learn the importance of structure, becoming that creative entrepreneur.
Right.
And sometimes, and what I would tell any creative that is watching, and whether you're a singer, a musician, you're a writer, you're an author, whatever it is that you do creatively, a performing artist, whatever, is I would implore you to learn the business side and get structure and get order and organization along with your creativity.
That's
because
right.
if you don't, it will be creative chaos.
You will be.
It definitely will be. And that was what my wife helped me in. My wife helped me to be able, and she still helps me with tons of, I'm sure, frustration and patience, though, is helping me chip off of those rough edges with being more organized with my creativity.
Yes.
And the thing about us as creatives, like my wife was saying, is I love to travel because that's where I get my inspiration from.
Yes.
I love meeting people, from different cultures, different backgrounds. I love, when I go to different countries, we learn the languages before we go there.
Yes.
And we learn the different greetings and salutations and so forth. So for me, that inspires me to come back and pull my experiences from those places back to my entrepreneurial pursuits, or the creative things that I'm looking to do and build, the music I may be writing, or the music I may be producing, or whatever it is that I'm doing, or the book that I may be writing. Those are or something that I'm doing as far as graphic design, or whatever it is, I'm pulling inspiration from those places and from those cultures. One of the things, and I'll share this, is that what helps me to be multifaceted, because you can be multi-talented, but you may not necessarily be multifaceted. Now, what do I mean by multifaceted? Multifaceted means that, and I'll just kind of summarize it. Multifaceted means that I can talk to the Chinese person, and I can talk to the African person, and I can talk to the Russian person.
That's good.
And I can understand where all of them are coming from. I can understand all of their angles. A multi-talented